All right, guys, this is going to be one of the most wild videos I've done for you, and that's because we are doing an exclusive here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and this is the 2025 Ford Performance, and this is what they're calling their season launch, so you guys can hear it. We are test driving everything under the Ford Performance banner. We're going to be in the Dakar T1, which is a Raptor. We're going to drive the Ford Dark Horse R, which is a race car, but most importantly, we're going to be showing you guys all about these race cars, and guess what? We're going to be doing it as well. These things are absolutely amazing. Ford Motor Company literally pulling out every stop so that they can show you the DNA that goes from Ford Performance to the dealerships, baby. You guys ready? Today, you're really going to be chasing horsepower. All right, guys, you got to check this out. This is going to be our first challenge of the day here at the 2025 Ford Performance launch season, and I'm going to be in this right here. This is the Ford Raptor, and this is the T1 Plus, right? So the Dakar-winning race buggy. Here's what's really cool about it, right? We're talking about a 5-liter Coyote engine under the hood. It's got the 2.5 Fox racing shock. I mean, he's gonna flip it, so there he goes. So that's what we're getting ready to do. We're gonna put our Hans device on, we're gonna put our helmet on, and we're gonna get behind the, not wheel, we're gonna sit passenger inside that race truck. Here's some other things that you wanna know about as well. So it's got a full carbon fiber monocoque frame. A lot of the parts that have been derived and built out of it, they're all 3D printed, which makes it different, unique. It's running on 37-inch BFG tires, which if you think about the other Raptors that are in the market right now, right? F-150 Raptor, Bronco Raptor, Ranger Raptor, they're all running similar DNA. Fox shocks, these are external bypass, where the Raptor and the Ranger and the Bronco have internal bypass, live valve internal bypass shocks, and that has to do with the electronically controlled suspension. Then with this, you have the BFG tires, which is the same carryover. These are just built a little bit different for that off-road competition, right? So when you put it all together, you're taking the same DNA from the racetrack and then you're applying it to the Raptor family of vehicles, and that's what you get with this. So you know what? It's time. We're gonna wait for this to come back. We're gonna get inside and see what it's all about. Water bottle, let's go. So once we close our door up over here, I'm gonna give it a whirl and see if I can do it. I'll be the boss. All right, here we go. All right, we're good to go. It's gonna be wild. Ready? Here we go. Yes! Woo! My driver. New career for life. Insane. This is the Dakar racing vehicle. All right, guys, so that's it right there. A hot lap in the T1 Plus. This thing is absolutely amazing. You think about that 5-liter Coyote engine, right? The carbon fiber, the 3D parts, the BFG tires, the 2.5-inch shocks, everything that you want from a race car standpoint. They're taking this DNA. Those things that I just said, those are in the Raptor Bronco. Those are in the Raptor Ranger. They're in the F-150 Raptor. Hey, that was absolutely amazing. If there's a career change for me, it's going to be this.
That's good news.
This is where it's at. right, so now we're over at the racetrack here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it's all about the Ford Mustang Dark Horse R, which is really kind of the biggest piece of news that's out here, right? Being able to take the DNA from the racetrack, put it in a consumer vehicle, but this one is meant and built for the track, so consumers will be able to get their hands on a limited number of the Dark Horse R. So what are you talking about, right? You still got that 5-liter V8 under the hood. This thing's gonna have a lot of horsepower. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The R is gonna be souped up, and we're gonna be taking this out, so it's time for us to get out there in the car. All right, so we are in the Ford Mustang Dark Horse R. This is a race car, and we are about ready to head out on the track. So
Yeah.
you decontent the entire interior.
They never get built with it.
That is amazing. Okay, so that's the one part I
they
did
go
not
down
see.
the assembly line and get built without a cage to this point.
Okay,
They go to the race shop, get caged,
Okay.
go back to the assembly line, get painted, then back to the race shop to get assembled.
amazing. And how fast will we go?
It's a good question.
As fast as she wants us to go.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you just
How
follow
much
her
experience
line?
do you have?
Huh?
How much experience do you have?
I mean, I've been on this track with Ford probably the last 5 years doing various things.
So you're very comfortable.
Yeah.
I'll let her know because you're the only really lead follow
Okay.
this part.
Like I should have
So you're
brought
gonna
my
do
shoes.
2 laps.
Okay, 2
So
laps?
You're gonna come by once
Okay,
and then come back around and come in.
okay, perfect.
So far, every single person that's followed her only does the lap and comes in.
Okay,
So if you only do that, that's on you.
I'm following her.
Yep.
I am,
Yeah, so she'll slow down a little bit through here
okay, cool.
and then speed back up.
All right, so we're inside, full transparency. This feels like a race car. And that's because it is a race car. Big guy getting out. It's like so hard for me to get in and out. Okay, so if you think about compatibility, right? You think about the regular Ford Mustang Dark Horse. You're going to take that on the road. You're a consumer. You want to have a vehicle that performs. You want to take it up to the level. You want to start thinking about the Mustang Cup Challenge. Then you're going to think about the Mustang Dark Horse R. So the first thing you need to know is just because it has the R next to it doesn't mean that it's going to be a pedestrian vehicle. You can buy this at the consumer level, but this is not going to be for the faint of heart. This is a real race car. It's got real brakes that are meant for racing on the track. If you look down, you can even tell they've switched out the tires, right? So you're running these Michelins. You're going to use these tires to your advantage when you're out there on the track. You're going to hit those brakes when you're coming into the apex on that turn, and you're going to let your eyes do the driving out there on the track. So you really want to get to it from a compatibility standpoint. You want to talk about getting in a racing series, and this is going to be a vehicle that you're going to want to consider. I can tell you guys right now, you know, the Borla exhaust, the aftermarket equipment on this, this is not your ordinary Dark Horse. This thing is all about a fire-breathing race car out on the track. You want to get as close to NASCAR as you can? I think Ford's doing it with this. All right, so we're getting ready to head out. Tell me a little bit about this race car.
I mean, that's a car we were using in Pikes Peak, so it's 1,600 horsepower for 1,700 kilo. So very, very fast. You will see a lot of downforce. I mean, that's a winning car of Pikes Peak actually. So for sure, it's not designed to drive on a racetrack, but yeah, I think you will be surprised.
All right, here we go. Pikes Peak racer right here. It's like a go-kart. Holy shit! at the side of this thing. The seats are folded back so that it runs forward. I'm gonna let you see my face. So here's what it looks like inside the car. Imagine the most insane roller coaster ride. That's what you get inside of here. What's interesting is you feel it in your neck muscles. Amazing. All right, so that was pretty incredible. You know, you think about that, the impact of all that downforce. I've been in race car, Dakar, been in all the vehicles out here, but there is nothing like the experience of being in this electric vehicle right here. I get it, there's apprehension on electrics, but I will tell you there's nothing that beats the performance of what we just did. Big guy. All right, guys, so, you know, spending the day out here at the track, you get a chance to go on a variety of different vehicles. The one that was actually the most, I don't want to use the word amazing, but I guess eye-opening for me is this demonstrator vehicle right here. So Zach Burns kind of runs the demonstrator program, and this is all electric. It's the Pikes Peak Hill Climb vehicle. And just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this is our 2024 Pikes Peak vehicle that we took up. So it's the Ford Lightning F-150 Super Truck. We competed in Pikes Peak last year. So it's kind of designed for open class, so not the unlimited all out, but just to see what a future F-150 could look like in the Lightning platform. Just kind of doing some aerodynamics, suspension setup, some electronic powertrain development and stuff. So just kind of showing you what the future could be.
Now, with this vehicle, as we kind of see it take off right there. So in regards to this vehicle, we're talking a tubular frame? Are we in a carbon, lots of carbon fiber?
Yeah, so it's a steel tube frame, and then it's carbon fiber body on top of it. Yeah, and in Pikes Peak spec, it's 3 motors, so it's about 1,600 horsepower. And then right now it's currently in the road course spec, so it's a 2140. So pretty big number.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's talk about kilowatt hours and battery packs and all that. Well, I know it's a demonstrator, so there's probably not a lot of information you can share, but how close to the DNA can you get? And if you need to look at your PR guy, you can totally do it.
No, so it's a 50 kilowatt battery pack. It's bespoke for this vehicle, mainly for just a motorsport application. So there are learnings that we take.
That's the beauty of being out here when you mix V8s with electric.
Yeah, exactly. You get to hear some loud noises that sound great. But so it's a motorsport grade battery pack that we use for learnings for other vehicles. Yeah.
Right on. Okay, so 0 to 60. Let's just play a little fun. 0 to 60.
Ooh, I don't think we have an actual number for it, but it's ridiculously fast.
2.9 seconds. Do you agree or disagree?
Way faster.
Okay, faster than 2.9 seconds. Total horsepower.
This one's 2140.
2140. And what tires are you running?
Pirelli GT3 tires.
Will we ever see this hit the road?
No.
Well, you have the Lightning. You can definitely do that. Hey, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so our last run of the day on the track is going to be in this Ford Mustang with the FP800S. So we're talking another crate motor under the hood, right? So giving consumers the chance to drop a different motor option inside their vehicle. This time, the cameraman gets to go along out on the track. All right, so one of our last runs of the day here at Charlotte Motor Speedway is going to be in this vehicle right here. This is a Ford Mustang called the FP800S. So here's what makes this vehicle different and unique. They've actually taken the standard 5-liter, but they've strapped on a 3-liter supercharger. So now you're pushing more than 800 horsepower. It's lower to the ground, special wheels and tires, and the badging is all Ford Performance, and they've capped it off with specialized Borla exhaust on the back of this thing. So when you rev it up, sounds a little bit different, gives you that feel that you want. This is the crossover between a standard Mustang 5.0 and the race car that we were in earlier, which is the Dark Horse R. All right, so we're gonna start off in manual. Although it's an automatic, we're not even gonna play with automatic. We're gonna do straight paddle shifters on this. That's gonna give us the different driving experience that we really want to feel like we're out on a track. Now, I've been on the track a few times. I feel pretty competent in it. We're gonna be doing a lead follow. I'm not sure who's in front of me, but if they get in my way, well, you know, you'll have to just pass them. All right, so we're doing another lead follow. We're working to get as much out of the car as we can. So I'll just talk about the car, right? Lower to the ground means better performance. I think one of my favorite features in the car is actually the Borla exhaust. It sounds freaking phenomenal in this car. And it's very comfortable. Even with the lowering kit, it still feels amazing. By the way, we're running this in pretty much third gear the whole way. And I'll tell you a little bit about reading lines. So people want to hug that turn. You come way outside, then you dip in, let it float out at Charlotte Motor Speedway, then come down. See how this guy's running wide and I'm up on that turn on him? That allows me to be a better driver. I'll stay wide and then I'll cut it late, come up onto this apex, and then I can let it sit coming out here. And then I can cut up on this. And if you look at my hands, I'm barely touching the steering wheel. Like, it's just all light inputs. And then you hold this, I ride the apex on this and I stay on the inside. Then I come to the top. Bring it up to this outside. My eyes are always ahead of me. I'm not even looking at the guy in front of me. I'm looking at the lines. And I'm making him push it a little bit. And there you go. So 800 horsepower feels pretty good. I think if I was gonna buy a Mustang today, I would probably buy this one. This is the one that I would get. And I can tell you guys right now, my camera person on the other side, right when I said that, he totally started smiling. He was laughing all the way. He's like, yep, that's one I wouldn't mind having. That's this one right here. All right, guys, so that's a wrap here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the 2025 Ford Performance season launch. Now, I just got to close it out, guys. These race cars are absolutely amazing, right? We're talking about 5-liter naturally aspirated Ford Dark Horse R. Those are the kinds of things that consumers want in the marketplace. The only thing you got to ask me is what's the price for one of these? So you're going to be looking at about $160,000, $170,000 to get one of these race cars. But I got to tell you right now, they're 100% worth it. Everything about these cars is amazing. And I'll leave it with this. If you guys are not following my other socials, you have to. This is all about chasing horsepower, right? At It's Mike Caudill is where you're going to find me. And of course, Chasing Horsepower on YouTube. We're going to close it out, let you guys take a look at that car.